What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to £500 to £5,000 Amazon FBA challenge.
I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby.
Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you might have seen that I've already completed the £500 to £5,000 reselling challenge. That was just selling items mainly on eBay with Crep Chief Notify, but in this challenge, it's going to strictly be Amazon FBA only. Now, starting with £500, especially for Amazon FBA, isn't going to be that easy. The start probably will be pretty slow because it is hard with Amazon to start something with £500, but I feel that's a pretty achievable amount of money that people can save up if they wanted to try this challenge themselves. And I'm really doing it just to show you that you can make money on Amazon FBA starting with a low budget. So to start this challenge off, I did go out to the local stores near me to pick up a few bits. I didn't find as much as I would like, but I did still manage to pick up a few good bits to send into Amazon. I've also ordered a few products online, and I'm also testing a few products from a new wholesaler that I haven't used before. So that's how the initial £500 is going to be spent. Let's hop into the footage of me sourcing some products in store. So the first store we're going in, Tesco's. We're going to see what we can find in here. So they only had one game in Tesco's. There's a good bit of profit with these on Amazon, but literally they only have one on PS4, none on PS5 and none on Xbox One. So a bit disappointing, but next stop, Asda. We'll see what we can find in there. So like I said, I didn't find an awful lot. Partly my fault, because usually what I like to do is actually find the items online and almost know what I'm going in store to look for, but I went in pretty blind. I did manage to get a few bits. I picked up one FIFA 22 on the PS4 for £12. I thought I'd hit a winner with them. When I see the price of them and the price they were selling for on Amazon, I thought I'm gonna buy as many of these as I can and I'm gonna make, you know, a good return pretty quickly. But they only had one FIFA in store, which is on the PS4. They didn't have any on the PS5 or any on Xbox. I also picked up 4 Bush vinyl players out of Sainsbury's. There is a little shorts on my channel about me picking them up if you want to check that out. They were reduced from £30 odd down to £14. They're not selling very well on Amazon, but there's a really high return on investment. So even if I have to sell them for £30, £35, I'm still gonna make a decent return on them. So I then ordered a few bits online. I ordered 5 more FIFAs online from Currys. They were on the PS5. So I've just got to wait for them to arrive. And I also ordered 3 Yoda Funko Pops. I paid £10 each for them. And again, I'm just waiting for them to arrive. So let's look at the beauty products that I've ordered from the wholesaler. I ordered 3 different products in total. One of the products I ordered was this honey cream. I ordered 40 units of those. Now, there's not a huge markup on this stuff, but I really want to test more replenishable stock. So basically what that means is I can send these in. If they sell well, I can easily buy more from the wholesaler, send them into Amazon, and it's just continuous profit that you can make. Generally, when you're doing that, you don't find huge profit margins because you're not buying heavily reduced stuff from retailers. You're buying it from the wholesaler and then sending it into Amazon. So I think there's about a 30% return on them. Now, I also got 23 of these, some cellulite cream for women. They only had 23 of those in stock. Now, they are selling really well on Amazon. Hopefully they get more in, because if they do sell, which I think they will, I'm going to order more of them as well. And the final thing I bought from the wholesalers was another cream. I got 41 units of them, and again, looking at about a 30% markup. Generally, that stuff cost me around £3, £3.50 per unit, and they're selling on Amazon for sort of £9, £10. But yeah, we'll have to wait till they get sent in and really see how they perform. Hopefully they do all right, and then like I say, I can replenish the inventory. So it's currently the 4th of July. I should be receiving the products I ordered online tomorrow, and then hopefully we can start prepping our shipment the day after that. Just as I'm packing that box, Some of the bits that I've ordered online have just turned up. So I ordered these little Star Wars, I don't know if you can see that, but they're basically Star Wars Funko Pops, big ones. So I'm going to have to add them onto the shipment and get them packed up, which means I'm going to need to use at least one more box. Friday the 15th of July. Sent the products into Amazon last week. They started processing them and getting them live on Amazon from Monday. Some of them had to get transferred to a different fulfillment center, but by Tuesday, all of my items I sent in was live. Now, we have made some sales. The products have been live for about 5 days now. And we've done about 15 sales in that time, which is pretty good. All of the FIFA games have sold. So there was 5, I believe, on the PS5 and then 1 PS4 FIFA 2022 that we found in Tesco's. I knew I should have ordered more of the PS5 ones because I could order them online and I could have made a few more orders, maybe got another 5, 10, 15, 20 or so of them. But that's what happens all the time. Sometimes you order too much of one product or not enough of the other. That's really just part and parcel of the game, really. So all the FIFAs have gone, and I've also started selling some of the creams and beauty products that I ordered from the wholesaler as a bit of a test. So I'm quite happy with that. There's only one product that I haven't sold so far, and that is the honey cream. Now, there's only one seller that is holding the price down from mine, but I'm not willing to lower the price. I learned that lesson a long time ago. When you buy products and send them into Amazon, always have the lowest price that you're willing to go before you send it in, and then stick to that price, and then that way you won't end up chasing the price down and then minimizing your profits. Really focus on your ROI rather than actually selling the units. It's much better to hold the price that you want. If you've analyzed that product correctly in terms of the monthly sales, how many other sellers, the profit margins, you really should be able to hold that price, at least to a certain extent. You know, don't end up dropping it 10-20%. I've held the price on all of the products that I've sent in bar one, and I only lowered it by 50 pence. And I'm really confident once that seller has sold out of their product, I will then be on the buy box, then I'll be making the sale. So I'm happy to wait. They haven't actually got a lot in stock. So it's really about just making sure you're analyzing your products, analyzing the market, the other sellers, and really try to stick to your ROI that you intended on when you purchased that product. And another thing regarding the buy box as well, Amazon does share it around, so you do not need to be the lowest seller. And it also depends on what fulfillment center your items are located at. Just because you're not the lowest price, as long as you've got competitive pricing, if a customer that is local to the fulfillment center that your products are in, you will then be on the buy box for that customer. So it is area dependent as well. It all depends where your customer is, where your product is, but you do not need to be the cheapest just to get on the buy box. So please bear that in mind when you're selling on Amazon if you didn't know that already. So we're about a week into this £500 to £5,000 Amazon FBA challenge. Obviously, the start is always going to be the slowest because I've got the least amount of capital to invest into products to obviously get that return. So when starting Amazon, generally you want to start with your online and retail arbitrage. Then you move into wholesale if you want to. Wholesale is smaller margins and you have to spend more money buying the product. The final way to sell on Amazon FBA is through private label and having your own product. So whilst I was doing my research, sourcing, I did come across a website that you can buy products in the UK for a cheap price. Not as cheap as ordering from China, obviously, because they have obviously imported it from China and then they're selling it with a little bit of a markup on it. But you can still get them at a really cheap price, and obviously the shipping is a lot quicker. So I was going to save this for another video, but I have bought a few of these fans here, handheld fans, just as a tester really. I've never done private label before, so I thought I'd buy these. They literally arrived within 2 days. I think I've got about 40 of them in total. I've got loads of them down here. I really bought these just to sort of educate myself how to do private label. That includes trademarking your product, branding your product, and then also applying for brand approval on Amazon as well. Just thought I'd mention that. I may make another video series regarding that, sort of going through the whole process, or I might just chuck a few bits in here, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's currently Friday the 15th of July. We've made about 15 sales over these past 5 days, which I'm pretty happy with, holding firm on my prices, and hopefully we can have a good weekend of sales. And the next week I'm going to start ordering some more products and sending more stuff into Amazon. But yeah, I'll check back in a few days and we'll have a rundown of the total profit that I've made so far, and then we might even look at purchasing some more products. So it has been just over a week now, and I think we've had a fairly successful week. We've had a nice few sales coming through, and considering we only sent £500 worth of stock in, I think it's been a very successful week. So let's jump into the numbers now, and the first thing I want to say is I did actually overspend when I was ordering stuff online from the wholesalers. I went a little bit overboard, and the total spend on inventory was £570, so we haven't gone over massively, but I just wanted to be fully transparent about that. Now, over the past week, we have made 25 sales, and that works out to £180 worth of inventory. So out of the £570 worth of inventory that I sent in, within a week, we've sold £180 of that. Now, that might not seem like a lot, and you might be under the impression that you can start Amazon FBA and become a millionaire overnight, but in reality, that just isn't the case. And obviously, we've only started with a small amount of capital. What is good though is the total profit from that £180 of inventory that we sold. And we've made £69.17 profit, which works out to a 39% ROI. Now that ROI is really, really good. Anything above 20% ROI, I would say, is a good profit, but to be over 30%, almost 40%, that is really, really good. And I think this just goes to show how easy Amazon FBA can be. It's a little bit complicated getting set up, but once you've learned how to analyze products properly, once you're finding the correct products to send into Amazon, and once you really start scaling this up, you can make a considerable amount of money. And the great thing about Amazon is it's really easy to scale up. Obviously, you do need to have capital to invest into products, but once you start building up your capital and investing in more stock, you can really start to grow at an extremely fast pace. For example, if I'd sent in £5,000 worth of stock, which isn't that crazy, some people start off with more than that, and it's pretty easy to build up to that sort of money. But if I'd sent in £5,000 worth of stock, I could have sold £1,800 worth of that stock, which would have got me £690 in profit. And that is an easily achievable number. With Amazon, it's all about diversifying your products, getting enough stock into Amazon, and then you will see results. You can see there within a week, I've literally bought a few items, sent them into Amazon, and I'm already making profit. And another good thing is I have sold at least one of every single product that I sent in at the price that I wanted to sell it at. So when I first bought the products, looked at how well it's been selling over a 3-month period, looked at the price that I want to sell it at, and I've sold at least one unit of every single product that I sent in at the target price that I wanted. Now that is key with Amazon. You really need to focus on your ROIs and really hold that price. I can't stress that enough. A lot of people get into chasing the buy box down, but once you've learned how to analyze products properly, once you're sending the right products in, you really do not need to do that. But that's going to wrap up episode 1. We've now got £250 that we can invest into more stock, and I've been finding so many great deals and products that I'm going to easily spend that and hopefully make even more back. And just before I end this video, I have actually started a small Discord server. I'm letting up to 100 people into this server, and not only am I and other 6-figure sellers going to be teaching you how to get started with Amazon FBA, we're also going to be providing you with the products that you need to buy, both wholesale and via Arbitrage. We have weekly group calls with the group, and we also have one-on-one calls for every single member. And I'm really focusing on trying to make every single person in the group a profitable Amazon seller. We're all in there helping each other out. Any questions that you've got, you can ask, no matter how silly or how stupid they might be. Maybe you've been selling on Amazon for a little while and you just want some help sourcing products. Maybe you want to get into wholesale, but you don't really know what wholesalers to use. Maybe you're struggling to get ungated on certain categories. Well, we have got all that in the group, and it will be the top link in the description. The first 100 people can get 15% off with the code that I've posted down below. So if you do want to start Amazon, or you want any help with Amazon, join the group below and let's start making some money.